The following program is rated TVMA. It is intended only for mature audiences.
Just like that, we are live. That's right, guys. How y'all doing, man? This is the Buzzing With Marlowe Podcast, and it's, of course, Wednesday, so it's the Commission Talks edition. Guys, if you are new to the channel, make sure you like, share, most importantly, subscribe. Hit that notification bell, please, to stay in contact with all our platforms, man. We've got it all. We've got it on Facebook. We've got it on the X. We've got it on Twitch. We've got it on TikTok. We've got it on Instagram. We've got it everywhere, and even including Rumble. That's right, guys. Rumble in the jungle. It's time to get some talk. Speaking of some Rumble, man, as you know, it is Wednesday, so I am not alone. But, guys, let's do the ones that pay the bills. First and foremost, I want to thank Andrea Mason. Advance, excel, press play to advance into life. If you feel like you've had some hard times and a lot of a drought, you can possibly get someone to help steer you to the right way. That's right, man. Andrea does unquestionable great things. She is a life coach. She is one of the best that I've personally have had used before. Guys, definitely check her out. The links are below. Check her out. Of course, guys, we got to talk about, I've been a little sluggy, so I had to use some of that W. You like that? You like that? Guys, W Energy, go to w.gg. Go in there and get you some of that jitterless energy. As you can tell from the slide down, there is so many flavors to go from. And of course, man, if you're not used to it, if you're not sure, you don't know how the caffeine's going to take to you, I just give you a heads up. It's not like pre-workout, guys. You're not just going to take a sip and turn into the Incredible Hulk and go through walls and smashing doors and stuff like that. You can go in there. It's like a minimum 100 milligrams of caffeine. Depends on the scoop that you have. Also, you have shaker bottles. You can have hats. You can have sample packs. All you got to do is type in the promo code capital B Buzz20 and get 10% off of your purchase. Shout out to W. Always giving Buzz with Marlowe Nation that jitterless energy. That's right, guys. All right, guys. Obviously, March 8th is coming up. And if you are in the Baker County area, that's right, guys. DCCW will be back live in color, ready to go. Obviously, at the Baker County Fairgrounds, there's a great card that's going to be going on this week. They have a lot of new talent going to be there this week. It's going to be a good. I'm excited about it. I won't be on the card, but I'm excited to see just the new guys getting their chance. This is going to be some of the guys that we have had coached, you know, the rookies and stuff like that. So getting to see them have their big showcase this weekend. So guys, come out and support them. It's going to be a great show. It's got a great card coming out. Guys, I speak very highly about DCCW until the end of time. I want to thank everyone that came out to Williston, Florida last Sunday. That just happened. It was an awesome event. It was a great turnout and everything like that. But we talking about events. We talking about turns. We talking about some crazy stuff that happened. Guys, I've been saying it constantly. Take that seatbelt and click it to the other side and just go on for the ride. Guys, but we about to talk about it. But first, I got to bring the one, the only, my commission bro in here because like I said before, we not alone, baby. And it is time to bring on Mr. 1130 Popping Wheels, gonna get a Hot Wheels deal. He is here, ladies and gentlemen, the smooth criminal, the watch along king. Ladies and gentlemen, Dre On Wheels from the 1130 Podcast. What's up, bro?
What it do? What it do? What it do? The watch along king though.
Hey, you getting there? You getting there? I see
What's
it.
going on?
I see it, man.
How's everything?
That gonna be a new T-shirt for you.
Hey, definitely. Probably will be. For
Well,
real.
man, how you been, man? How's everything going for you?
Man, life been life. Life been life. Everything been smooth, man. Sitting here trying to plug up my some headphones to his iPad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, that's
man.
his favorite toy besides Seth
Technology.
Rollins.
Technology and kids. Those two go in hand so well. So
well.
Like you can't go wrong with it. Like I've always said I wasn't going to be that guy that was just going to give a tablet to my child and just let them play it, whatever. But
Yeah.
bro, when you go to restaurants, you go out and stuff. Here, have my phone. Here,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. That's
you
what
don't-
that's what his mother say too. She be like, shit, the iPad is my best friend. The iPad is my best friend. So yeah, I'm trying to hook his earphones up too.
I think it helps the
I don't even
kids
know how to get there.
educational purposes because kids, like I said,
Man,
man,
coming
before,
up.
they are some sponges, dude. Like there's some stuff they pick up quicker than we want to, but they are sponges when it comes to stuff. So I mean, it's
Yeah.
got its days, it's got its time. I know there's some days I'll be like, yeah, I shouldn't have let her watch it. Obviously, because of Netflix. I guess now kids are reenacting Squid Games and stuff. So Annabelle totally about Squid Games just because the red light, green light. And I'm sitting there like, how the hell you found out about this? And then she showed me the video. It wasn't bad, but it was like the kids thought it was funny because it's red light, green light. So they thought it was like their thing. So they were like reenacting the Squid Games thing. I'm like, because we were at the store and Annabelle goes, Daddy, look, Squid Games. I'm like, you should not know about that.
No, not at all, man. Not at all. Yeah. You know what? I still haven't even watched the last episode yet, though. But stuff like that. Like ever since I done, set up the monitor in the room and stuff.
To watch that.
Yeah, gotta be by myself to watch certain stuff. I'm not trying to watch Bluey all day long though. But what's good? What's good, Devin? Yeah, I ain't trying to watch Bluey all day long. So he got the TV in the living room. So whatever he want to watch or whatever, Seth Rollins, wrestling, cartoons, he got that. So I'm gonna watch what I'm gonna watch in the room. So nah, he don't know nothing about Squid Games though. Not yet. He be watching McDonald's. He be watching. I look through the YouTube Joe. He be watching McDonald's videos, like people who like kid videos of like they work at McDonald's and they coming up with the order and stuff like that. Different franchise. It's one video that he came across that was like wow, because it's like every sound that that goes on. It's like the Netflix sound. Just certain stuff, and he'd be like, "Oh, that's Netflix. Oh, that's such." So I'd be like, like those videos be cool though. Other than the ones he be watching people eat though, I'd be like, "Dog, come on, man, they be crushing that food." I'd be like, "Kids, boy, they find the weirdest stuff on YouTube, boy. I tell you."
Man, Annabelle found a love for soccer.
Oh, she likes soccer,
bro. She watched I Show Speed and that's been her thing. Because he talks about Ronaldo and stuff. Because I didn't know who he was at first, but man, let me tell you, Annabelle educated me when he popped out at the Rumble. I won't lie about that. Like when he popped up, she just started barking like a dog. I'm like, what are you doing? I was like, that's what Speed does. Speed does that. Speed. I'm like, dang. And then I found out he had his own Prime, and Annabelle like lost it. Like she's been on cloud nine about Cristiano Ronaldo and stuff like that. So it's like, I mean, YouTube isn't a good network source in ways too. Like my daughter will watch him. She watches this family called the Royalty Family, and they just do like wild, massive stuff inside their house. Like they'll make a soccer field in their house and stuff like that. I'm like, Belle, just remember what's real and what's on TV. That's the biggest thing that I try to make sure I get that across, is like, you know what's real and you know what's on TV. What's up, Christy? Hope it's all well. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like we just said.
I checked out ever since I think he got speared by Braun Breaker, and realized like he was the guy that got frog splashed by Logan Paul at WrestleMania one time in the Prime bottle. Yeah. So I show Speed though, but you know, like I was checking out a couple of his videos though, especially the one he got with the big booty model though. I don't know if you seen that jump where they went they was
I think he went overseas to meet.
Yeah. It was somewhere in Panama. I want to say. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what I want to say though, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, apparently she's like real skinny, but she was like in XXX leggings or something like that.
Yeah. Real big.
Yeah, I saw that, and then of course, obviously we saw Randy bark when he hit him with the RKO, and that's why Annabelle loves this guy, is because he barks like a dog. That's why Annabelle likes him. She's like, he barks. I was like, that's why you like him? Yeah. I was like, why does he bark? I don't know. He just barks, Daddy, and he's a dog. He a dog. And like she would just keep saying, he's a dog, Daddy. He's a dog. So that's what she likes. But yeah. Man. But also a real cool thing with YouTube content right now, especially content creators, the stuff they're doing with wrestling, the stuff that I mean, we got the NIL deal, we got, you know, independent stuff that's happening now, to where WWE ID is about to be a huge accomplishment. And I'm gonna say this now, bro. I didn't realize the growth that WWE ID is supposed to be like looking around for talent. They're looking everywhere. Like we had 4 guys on the show that just happened Sunday, and there was 2 matches that WWE actually labeled for prospects. And it's like they are really sourcing all around, looking for independent talent, looking at how they're going to see what's going to be the growth and stuff like that. I do know there's a certain number that they have in each different state, but they will have their eyes on them until either they screw up or something like that. I think that's what the rules was. They notify you to let you know, hey, this is a potential thing, stuff like that. But yeah, man, I was blown away to actually see what's really taking place for that WWE ID thing. Yeah. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy how this is now being what wrestling is now. Like, it's not WWE and independent wrestling. It's wrestling all together. WWE is just the theater, I think. I think that's the best way to terminology. WWE is the big showcase theater. That's where you want to get the Oscars. I think that's a great terminology for it. So I mean, it's really cool to see what's been taking place with that alone. So it was really cool, because obviously everybody's like, all right, yeah, you know, WWE's doing their ID program, yeah, cool, whatever. But when you see what it's really doing, who they're really watching, and look out. I tell you, talent right now, man, wrestle like you're being watched. Wrestle like you're being watched. That's something. Oh, now don't kill yourself and do all that nonsense. That's something I had to remind 2 people recently this week. But go out there and wrestle one of the best as you can. And man, it's just really cool to see what's all going down with that. But speaking of WWID and everything, we had a big show that was not promoted to be very big. And I'm talking about Elimination Chamber. And there was 4 matches on the card, and they didn't disappoint from the beginning to the damn end. We
Not
got
at
the
all.
Women's Elimination Chamber that started off. You thinking, all right, what's about to happen? We had Bianca Belair come in. She's in the pod. We had Alexa Bliss come in. She was in the pod. I thought Alexa Bliss was going to win just because out of everyone else, I felt like they already had a storyline. And I was
Yeah.
like, this is the only one that's like very new. So, I mean, there's got to be something with her. She's dressing in her little evil gimmick and stuff like that. But what was your opinions on it?
Man, when the show started, of course, well, not even when the show started, Triple H made some announcement. That which I'm kind of like keeping Triple H. I'm hoping he keep his word every time he says it. I know when Vince McMahon said it a couple of times, it was like, okay, man, tonight is going to be an event you will never ever forget. And I'd be like, okay, it's going to be big tonight. Triple H was like, man, this is going to be a groundbreaking moment that's going to change the future. And I was like, oh shit, okay, Triple H, them some bold words, man. Like, I'm keeping you for your word, man. I hope you keep your word for that. And man, oh man, just off the start, with the women's elimination chamber match, all 6 women, like fantastic. Shout out to Liv Morgan, man. Like, totally a beast. Roxanne, Alexa Bliss as well, and Bailey, and Naomi. But to start it off with Jade Cargill coming out there, and how Liv Morgan played it off was like she was looking worried, and Naomi, the way she looked as well, I think we don't necessarily like talk about because I think that says a whole lot. But yeah, Jade Cargill came out there and immediately went after Naomi. But my thing that I thought was really interesting was the fact that Jade Cargill did not, I mean, did not go, like, she didn't go to Bianca's cage. She didn't like interact with, she didn't even look at her. She didn't even look her way. So, and my theory is that it wasn't Naomi who attacked Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill only attacked Naomi because Naomi she took her spot. She was the first one to be right there by Bianca when Jade got injured, and she was like, "Well, I'll be your tag team partner." And she, been doing her thing with Bianca lately, though. But in actuality, though, it had to, and then for Bianca to go on and win the Elimination Chamber match.
I was shocked on that part. I was shocked on that.
Definitely. My pick was obviously Roxanne or Alexa, but Alexa got eliminated.
Roxanne delivered.
Yeah, she definitely did. She definitely delivered. But I feel like
the name she uses, but I'm glad. I'm glad she's doing what she's doing.
Yeah,
and she still got really showing NXT growth as well.
Yeah,
usually, if you put a NXT talent person in something like that, they're not going to get a lot of time, but they're going to get something to get a showcasing in. We know Roxanne Perez is going to be on a Mania card.
Yeah, she got one foot in right now and one foot out right now with NXT all the way up until I believe Stand and Deliver though. But yeah, man, and not to even jump too far ahead. But then Monday night on Raw, like we talked about, we on the road to WrestleMania, and people was like, "Yo, man, this road to WrestleMania, man, it ain't even all that." We get to Elimination Chamber, and boom, we blow some motherfucking heads, and then we get to Raw, we still turning heads with Io Sky defeating. If you watch the watch along back, I'm literally saying, man, yeah, I mean, of course, that's nice. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be real, like, and it's no disrespect to Io Sky. Io is bad. Like she can get down in the ring. Like, she dope. But it was just like, I think a lot of people overlooked it, that it was only maybe 6 weeks ago, probably not even 6 weeks at that, but it was just only a couple of weeks ago at the Raw Netflix premiere that Rhea Ripley won her title back. So now that she lost it to EO, it just throws a whole little twist and turns, which would probably be a triple threat. But yeah, man, like that match to start off the night was insane.
I like how you said that, because I was puzzled, because I even made the comment when Rhea came out after Bianca was on the stage. She's celebrating. She's won. I thought, obviously Bianca, she played the role very well. She played the role of, like, my best friend just got attacked from my other partner, like my friend, stuff like that. She played that emotional thing very well. It made you invest going into it. It's like, damn, like, how, like, I don't even know if Bianca's going to be able to compete or something like that. So they gave you that underdog story build for Bianca, because she's just witnessing Naomi getting beaten down. I wouldn't
even say it was like an underdog story thing. Like, it was more so like she, you know what? I don't even know. That's all I can really say.
It's giving you that predictability, because, like, usually when you look at something happen on the show, you look at it and go, oh, this person's winning. Oh, this person's doing this. This person's doing that. Like, we knew Jade was getting involved, but I felt like how it was going to be like how they did with Stone Cold when he got the drive. It takes him a while to find out exactly who did it. Like, oh, they said Liv and Raquel. I'm going after Liv and Raquel first thing. I don't care if it was even a thought or whatever. That's who we're going after. And I like how they played it off to win. Liv and Naomi were both in the ring. Obviously, you could just tell by how Jade was coming in. She was turning right at Naomi. There was no ifs, ands, or buts, because, first of all, Liv was on one side. Liv had to walk towards Jade. Jade was already heading towards Naomi.
Yo.
No doubt on that one. What up, Blackheart? Hope all is well, bro.
Yeah.
But
then I think, man, we gotta give Liv her credit though, because Liv was on. Liv was on O'Shea. I can't think of the name of the podcast though, but O'Shea Jackson, he got a wrestling podcast, and they was interviewing Liv Morgan, and Liv Morgan said, one thing, I never ever denied something that I did not do. I always was like, if it was me, it was me, and she said it wasn't me, but I know who, because she was there, she know who did it. So I think she gonna probably play a factor maybe into all of this, though.
I think it's just gonna be like, oh, it's this person. They're gonna play it off, and in a way, it could probably help Judgment Day. Like, Jade could be like one of their main muscles on the Judgment Day repertoire to keep Raquel and Liv to have the titles. I mean, it could be a cool little build what they do with it, but obviously Bianca Belair winning the Elimination Chamber, punching it in, that even makes it more interesting twist. Like, all right, you got this thing with Jade. That's why I did not think Bianca was going to win, because I'm thinking, oh, Jade's in this storyline completely now. Like, Naomi's out. Like, what is going to really happen when it comes to this? Obviously, with Rio and Io, I literally said it was like, I feel bad if Io, you ain't lying. I really feel bad for Io if she doesn't win, because now they're building this thing up to where Io's like a big factor in this as well. Like, don't look up, don't look down from this. And obviously with Raw last Monday Night Raw, it was a big change. Io proved exactly what Rio hasn't been able to do, is beat Io Sky. And that part is still just like, that happened?
Man, look, Bianca got to walk out of WrestleMania as the new Women's World Champion, but in you man, look here, you want to top some shit off. Jay could screw her. So Io retains the title. And
I didn't
like
say
Rhea
Io. I
just
think Rhea might get it back. I don't
she
know, man.
might get it back.
I don't know. I don't
Nah, I think we just going
I'm still
backwards
wondering
then,
what's
you
gonna
know?
be the case for Rhea. Like I
Be,
remember when we first were going into Elimination Chamber, we were looking at him going, "All right, who is
but the
Rhea's
thing
next
is,
big
but
competitor?"
hear me out though. I don't think it's going to, we gotta wait till Friday Night SmackDown, of course. But however, I don't believe that we're gonna find out the person, which probably be Bianca. I don't think we're gonna find out until that Raw or SmackDown after WrestleMania. I think that's a cool way to play it. Because Bianca, she's like how you said, she played it well in the Elimination Chamber. Like, oh my god, my friend is getting beat. Oh my god. And then after the post show, she was like, I'm so confused. Oh my, I just don't know. Like, and I think from there she could play that role that she just want to act. All the way up until that she just getting everything she wants. She won the Elimination Chamber. She played her best friend into thinking that it was, she don't know who attacked her, but in actuality, it was probably really her, but she got the Women's World Champion and all of that. Like, I think it's best to hold off on it. And then, because if they do it now, I feel like, I don't know, because I believe they're gonna have the Naomi versus Jade Cargill match at WrestleMania as well. Like, them two gonna go on one at WrestleMania, and they're gonna have a great match though. But yeah, I think keep that off until the night after WrestleMania, which is like some type of surveillance video or something, to where it's
Sound
like,
Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
something like that. Just like I want Jade to, like, she know who did it in a way, but I want Naomi to, like, play her though. Like, yeah, bitch, like, I don't know who it was, like, but why did you attack Naomi? And she give her reason, and they go about it. They back as well.
Yeah.
They're not the women tag team champions though, but they they do whatever they do. But I want her to play her for a while, before it's revealed that it was her, just like that though.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. But like I
But
said,
yeah, triple threat match most definitely between Bianca,
I
Rhea,
I
and
can see
Io.
the triple threat, but obviously, like we just said, man, like, come on. But
You don't
they
like
did
triple
kind of
threats?
hint. No, I mean, but hear me out. Like I said, man, like you can't really beat Rhea back to back like that, unless if it makes sense on that scenario.
What you mean
So
beat her back to back?
I mean, Rhea's got like a Bianca Belair nostalgia to her, like
Oh,
unstoppable and stuff like that. So
like
when
at
you see her
okay.
lose to Io like that, that was a shocker. So seeing all those different play out and stuff like that, I mean, I ain't predicting it now, but obviously with Rhea, the biggest question is what is next for Rhea. Obviously, we're
I,
thinking triple
did
threat.
you see the video that's on WWE's
Yeah, her post
her
video.
promo? Yeah, that
That's why I'm
promo.
sitting there thinking like,
Yeah,
dude, that is showing you that Rhea's really struggling now. Like it's really finally showing you this powerhouse nostalgia. I don't know. Rhea
I
might
don't.
be turning.
I mean, yeah, I don't think so. I mean, come on, man.
I
Like,
think Rhea's
if
just
it
gonna
if
want
it
to just wreak havoc. I feel like
if it
that's what
is
it's about to get
real,
to that point.
if it is real, that's cool. But I mean, like, pull the trigger on Bianca Belair.
No.
Like,
I'm not talking about Rhea attacking Jade. I'm talking about the fact that
no, you saying
Rhea
that
is about to switch the whole
Oh,
mindset
okay.
because how she was saying, like you just said in the promo, I realized I don't have friends. I realized I messed up with Io. I caused her match. Then I had to go and give her this match. And then, of course, I felt like I was untouchable and I lost. Like Rhea's really going through it now, and I think
Yeah,
that's really good what they're doing with that.
Rhea had no business getting. She had no business getting out the ring to, like, get in Bianca Belair's face though. Although that Bianca was hyping up Io to get up and make it in the ring by the count of 10. I mean, like, You know, I just thought that was just weird, but that I feel like that was something that's going to come in the long run. Just how we all bypassed the Rock doing that whole 1, 2, 3 shit, and you
Oh,
know
I
it
didn't
come to
bypass it. I told you everything mattered.
you know, like
Everything
yeah, I
mattered.
know. So I feel like that's going to come back to play a big factor that between Rhea and Bianca, which I thought that was the match. So hey, triple threat match. It also protects Rhea in a way. I think it also with EO beating Rhea, it shows that EO is dominant. It shows that you could overlook her if you want to, but she's phenomenal in the ring, and she could win the title. Like just like that. And I think that's what that shows her. But Rhea, it also protects her because she don't have to take the L. EO could definitely, lose the title, which is, totally fine. I think she'd be great either way. And have Bianca, come out on top as the women's world champion, but in a heel fashion.
Yeah.
That's what I would like.
I don't know if they'll pull that plug on Bianca though. You just pulled it on one guy. We'll talk about that
Yeah,
one
but
later
that's what I'm
down the road.
saying
We'll
though. We
talk
on the
about that
twists and
later.
turns. We on
We'll
the
talk
twists and
about that
turns
later. You're
on
not going to turn the
WrestleMania.
whole dynamic crowd. But obviously, congratulations, Bianca Belair won the Elimination Chamber. Roxanne Perez did a phenomenal job in that match. Liv took an absolute beating. The slingshot back and forth that Liv grabbed Bianca's hair and slingshot her back and
See,
forth on the
yeah,
side of
Bianca
the
need to cut the
spot.
braid.
That was
She,
a hell of that was a hell of a spot. I thought that was
man,
really unique. They brought something different with that. But man, Bianca only gave her one whip, and that Welch was completely shown. It didn't matter how
yeah,
far back that camera was, you could just look and see that thing. That thing looked rough. And then, of course, Liv just posted a post elimination chamber mat picture. She was beat to shreds. Like, I mean, Liv took it, beating that match. I just like the whole different dynamic that Liv's got now compared to what she has done in the past. Because I remember for the longest time, like, man, I don't. I think we're just gonna push Liv aside. I feel like that underdog story was all you could get out of her, and that was it.
mm-hmm,
But man, she twisted that thing and changed the whole dynamic. Like I said in
yeah.
that
Credit
elimination
to
chamber, she was a main focal that was going to be in that match, regardless of what the
yeah.
situation was going to be,
Well,
just
we
because
can't
of what she did last year, injuring
shout out,
Rhea, doing all her things, like
shout
her
out to
and Rhea.
Dominic. Yeah,
Yeah,
shout out to Dominic
I
though. I
think
think
she's overshadowing
Dominic.
Dominic. She don't need Dominic now.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
she's
She
not even
don't.
having Dominic on,
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
matches. Like
No, no, no. I get you though. But I was just like, when Rhea really took off when she
was
started
with
when she got
Dominic.
her with Dominic, and Liv did the same thing. So I think Dominic, like he's a heat magnet, and how you play it is definitely could work well. But yeah, though, yeah, I'm excited for all the women in the elimination chamber. That's what we said.
Yeah, man. But obviously, the next match that happened, my baby, my wife from another life, Trish Stratus came out there and yeah, proved
Hmm.
that girl can still be her. I mean, you put her and Tiffany next to each other, you didn't even see a difference. I mean, look how like Trish somewhat looked younger than Tiffany. Like
Mm-hmm.
what? But I did say that I was really happy for Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae finally got a main card match, if that makes sense. Like this woman has been she's been from the indies, she's been on all these little things.
I'm
Candice
telling
hasn't
you,
really found
can't.
her way, literally, but I love that she got this match with
It's
her
it.
and Nia.
I want to say one thing real fast. It's so interesting, how things work and how stuff fall into place for you, like. But I feel like if it probably wasn't for WWE releasing Indy Hartwell, I don't think Candice LeRae would be in this position. And I say that to say because they were both close. They both was sort of like a tag team. And then as soon as Candice LeRae Indy Hartwell got released, it was like, well, what are we gonna do with Candice LeRae? I guess we make her the Speed Women's Championship. But what else are we gonna do? Hey, stick her with Nia. And when you stuck her with Nia, it made perfect sense because it made perfect sense because Candice LeRae played the character in which, okay, it was more so like, okay, Nia is the queen, and Tiffany Stratton was sort of like her sidekick or whatever, and then you got Candice LeRae coming in, and she's like, "Oh well, I can be better than her. I can do everything better." And she sort of started doing it, like when it was Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax, they would sort of lose matches. They would come up short, but then when she got with Candice LeRae, they would win. They would do whatever it took or whatever like that. So she sort of played into Nia Jax to basically take Tiffany Stratton's spot though. And hey, I like where she, came up because for real, I really couldn't, give a fuck about her, like that. So I mean, she wasn't my favorite though, but yeah, Candice, yeah, like you were my favorite. But
I mean, yeah, I agree with you what you're saying. I mean, she's very talented. Very talented.
Yeah, she is.
I mean, it's
I think I
sad to
liked her
say
more in
she's
NXT when she
she's
was in
been
NXT.
wrestling just as long as her husband Johnny. And
Yeah.
but you're seeing more of Johnny Gargano because he's got his vlog and stuff like that. So in a way, they used to be like very power couple in the indies. Obviously, Candice
Oh,
LeRae
okay.
used to work with the guy that did the gimmick. I'm
Yeah.
not going further more into it, but she was his
I don't know.
partner,
She
and
just
that's
didn't.
something that they were there. But it's
Yeah,
like
she just didn't
she had a
stand
run
out
in
to me though.
NXT. I think she did
Yeah.
just like what Gargano and Ciampa did, even though they are still very popular right now on what they're doing. They just
Yeah.
were there on NXT way too long. I feel like
Yeah.
that's what
It
their
was.
downfall is right now.
It was overall. It was a great match. I feel like Tiffany and this was a good
Trish with
match
a
for
bulldog on
Tiffany
the top.
to yeah. It was for Tiffany to align herself for everyone to see Tiffany Stratton with a legend and a Hall of Famer, which is Trish Stratus teaming up with her. If you teaming up with Trish Stratus, you gotta be something. You gotta be the woman. You gotta be it. So
They
that was
were
that
matching
for
they wore like jersey look
yeah,
for
yeah,
a
yeah,
year. I
yeah.
loved it.
That
That
was
looked
that.
really good.
Yeah, that was that for Tiffany. However, on the opposite side, I feel like they're gonna do Nia Jax versus Trish Stratus. I'm not too sure. I don't know where Nia Jax and
Mania.
Candice LeRae, unless they go into like the tag team title scene. But I think they may do Trish versus Nia, and obviously keep building up Tiffany for WrestleMania with Charlotte Flair. So
So you think Candace's big moment was probably Elimination Chamber, and that's pretty much about to be it for
I
right
don't
now.
want to say that's about to be it. I think she could keep playing this role, right? Like if she keep playing this, like okay, kiss ass role to Nia Jax, and she can eventually,
She could get
sort
a
of
big
have
baby face turn if it
yeah,
works
sort
right.
of like Tiffany Stratton, like Tiffany Stratton. Nia Jax chose Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton won Money in the Bank. Nia Jax was champion after she became queen of the ring, and she just waited for the right moment and she took advantage of it. And I feel like Candice LeRae could do the same thing as well, though. So, but hey, that was a cool match. Nice tag team match.
Like I said, man, Nia bumped her butt off in that match.
Yeah,
Like a lot of
something
people
else
are
with
not
Nia.
giving her.
Nia,
They're not giving that woman props. This woman
Nia,
is
different breed
busting
now.
her tail. I'm telling you right
Yeah,
now, everybody's talking about she can't work, she can't work. Bro, I am a very big example. There's a wrestling training school that's very small, but it's very popular and it's obviously invite only. It's over at Natty and TJ's house. It's called the Heart Dungeon. They made the Heart Dungeon in Tampa, Florida. And Naya is there every weekend, working with the new students, working with the talent, getting herself on the ring psychology. Naya has been bumping her tail off. So like me seeing what she's doing in the ring right now, of course, it's a common nature. Like I tell people even in wrestling school, even if you're one of the biggest dudes on the planet, you're gonna have to bump like us. But in the show, you're more likely not gonna be bumping as much as we are because you're just that tall and you're a bigger than life situation. But with Naya's standpoint, Naya is getting people, whoever's facing her, over because when you watch Naya face this person, you just want to see that person overcome Naya. You want to see it happen because it's like, wow, I'm curious how they're going to do this. And it gives that, it doesn't give that predictability, but it also does give that little part. It's like, you know what's going to happen, but you also still want to see that what if happens. And I think Naya does bring that to the table when she competes with people. So
No,
like
I
if you
agree.
see her dominate after dominate, and then you get her a big baby face finally, man, maybe that could be different. Maybe that can happen. And then even though it's an entertainment aspect, because Naya does put the talent over very well. And she's not like she's just burying the person. And in a way, Naya's not just like hurting everybody like everybody used to say. So it's like she's really starting to perfect that craft of way, way better. But Tiffany Stratton right now went from big Barbie heel look to big baby face right now. Big white meat baby face right now. And Tiffany's not doing that much extra being the baby face than what she was when she was the heel. She's not really high-fiving the audience yet. She's just smiling more. And the crowd's
Yeah.
getting into it. So I like what they're doing with that dynamic because they're not just putting Tiffany as completely, hey, go hug the crowd, go do this, go do this. Like, just go out there and entertain them. And I'm glad what the results were. Candice LeRae had a good showing that match. I hope we can see Candice a little bit more in the later down the road, especially with some of these matches. Maybe even with Nia. Maybe can get a big twist out of that and get her to be into that picture, just even for a small bit. I think she
Yeah.
definitely deserved it. But
Most definitely.
Trish Stratus, man, oh man, almost 50 and don't look like she's even turned past 23. Like, good Lord, man. But it was really cool to actually get to see her perform in front of her kids. I think that was something anyone would definitely be able to relate to and stuff like that. So that was really awesome. All right, man. Next match was one of the matches that was unsanctioned. When I say unsanctioned, was not fully planned, and I'm talking about KO and Sami Zayn. Best friends turn into enemies, turn into best friends, turn into enemies, turn into best friends, enemies. Made Sami Zayn get his first heel turn on the main roster. I mean, they went in and brought Daniel Bryan back. Like, my goodness, the story is on and on and on. Man, Dre, what was your opinion on that match, my friend? Ooh,
Man, like,
that was exhausting to say just because, I mean, how much the story is with these two. Sammy and Kevin Owens came into business on the indies, made a name for themselves on the indies. I mean, Lord have mercy. Like, yeah, I mean, this match was what it was and more. I think they beat the living tar out of each other. And the best thing I can say about this match is, as many matches they've had in the past, they've made it different every single time. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes definitely good sense, man. This matchup was nice, man. It was this was a brutal match. This was a really brutal match. Because at first, initially, before I thought about Randy Orton, I was like, okay, this is gonna be an unsanctioned match. They're gonna brawl, and then of course security gonna break them up, or they're gonna get carried away in stretchers, and then they're gonna run it back at WrestleMania. And then Randy Orton came into the picture, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's right, Randy Orton. That's right, KO did it. Package power driver, Randy Orton in the middle of the ring on, I believe it was a Saturday night's main event on SmackDown, whatever it was. So now Randy Orton is back, and he wants his get back. And boy, oh boy, I was waiting for the punt, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna see that at WrestleMania. But yeah, I thought it was a brutal matchup, man. Sami Zayn, man, he the pop up power bomb on the apron, the chair around the neck, like man, he really gave it to Sami Zayn.
They told the story because if you remember on NXT, Kevin Owens gave the pop up power bomb on the apron when Sami won the NXT title. I thought they did bring it in chapters of where they are now. I thought that was really cool. The barbed wire on the chair spot where Kevin took a slam off of it, which I felt like obviously Kevin with the shirt, it just didn't show the more of the impact, but you knew of what it was. You knew how that feeling was in that sense. But if Sami would have took that bump, we would have made a different reaction because you're going to definitely see blood because he wasn't wearing a shirt. So like you would seen that thing just lather his chest and his back and stuff like that. So obviously seeing this match, man, these two, it was an emotional thing. Sami took a beating from the beginning. The only downfall I have on this is a guy that came from a neck injury. Sami didn't sell the neck well enough. I think that was something I felt like they needed to really compel. If you got something like a neck injury, every move, I should be seeing you at least touch your neck because that is a reality of it. Like you have to put a lot of strength on your upper body to get that over. And then when that happens, you're going to feel it simultaneously over and over again. The only time he really did sell it, I think there was one spot. I don't know if it was a pile driver or what. He finally went out the ring and sold the neck. I thought that was all right. There we go. So his neck's hurting again. So I mean, like it was a different compelling thing. Like the match was an emotional roller coaster from the beginning to the end. I love the fact that they actually had people come out and try to stop the match when it was still going, even though it's unsanctioned or whatever. I thought I liked that part. The fact that I don't know what Kevin is taking before he's doing these matches, but those bumps he's taking are far. Nobody can take those bumps as well as he is.
We had a couple of guys take a 2-week vacation after WrestleMania. Trust and believe that.
Oh yeah.
And I think Kevin Owens is definitely going to be one of those guys.
He's on that list. He's on that list, man.
Yeah.
But the thing is now for that match, like you just said, obviously with Randy. Randy's back. I loved what they did with Randy. Randy looked like he had the voices in his head type scenario. Like when he walks down the ramp, Randy's not like supercharged, excited to see the fans, whatever. Randy's in that sadistic, like I'm ready to get you look. Like that Viper scenario. And the way he slowly walked down the ramp, slowly looked at Kevin. Like he didn't even look at Kevin until he got literally super close to the ring. And then he's like, yeah, I'm here. We're about to go. And the way he did it and stuff, I felt like Kevin didn't sell enough from the past match that he just had with Sami Zayn. He's getting thrown through chairs. He's getting drive left and right. Like, these different things. And then Kevin just pops up and just starts going after Randy. And like you just said, the build to the punt kick, Randy touching his knee pad, and the audience just lost it. No reaction, no instant reaction after the knee pad because you're like, is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? And I loved how they weighted it. I had guys on the OTTR mob when we were on the show right after the Elimination Chamber. He was like, man, I wish they would have hit it. I wish they'd hit it. No. Wait till that moment happens, because when that happens, that's going to be one of the most talked about things in that show. So,
Yeah.
like, I love what they did to bring that in, to hold that into the arsenal. And, like, that is what it's going to take for Randy to stop Kevin. And I loved what they did with that. But the biggest question is now, what's next for Sammy?
Yeah.
Because Sammy is about to take a pile driver on the floor, and you didn't even hear anything else about Sammy the rest of the time because Randy took everything.
Yeah, it was like I said, it was a brutal matchup. Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. I know that feud going into WrestleMania is gonna be nice too, man. It's gonna be really nice. Uh, Going into WrestleMania, just all the details and everything, and all the backstory of these two guys, though. But far as Sami Zayn goes, I don't know. I don't know what Sami Zayn do for WrestleMania besides work with another talent to bring them up, on Monday Night Raw. I literally don't know. What do you do with Sami Zayn? But for Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, I thought all of it was nice, man. All of it was nice. You want to package power driver me? I'm gonna hit you with a punt, and I think he gonna do it. I feel like he gonna most definitely do it at WrestleMania. That's where Kevin Owens take the vacation, and then we'll see him back. And of course, maybe Kevin Owens and Randy Orton have a rematch down the line or something like that. But yeah, great matchup. That was another great matchup too.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can see left for Sammy, and I hate to be that person, it's got to be a turn. Sammy, there's nothing
Everybody
else really
turning
Sammy's
now.
No, but what I'm saying is Sammy really doesn't have anything else, though.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. I agree.
So if you really could get a switch out of him, I mean, I don't know. And like I said, when this match happened, I was like, man, they're really diving in with this. Like you could tell those two were very invested into going against each other. But seeing what the end results was is like Sammy had this build for a long time. Now it's like Sammy was about to get power driver on the floor, and that was it. You didn't hear anything else, Sammy. After Randy came in, Randy about did the punt kick and everything. You didn't even see a camera on Sammy. So, like, that was the biggest thing. I was like, so what is next for Sammy? I don't know if he's going to face Karrion Kross, and then that's when Karrion Kross is finally going to get his match
Yeah,
back.
that's what I heard too. Yeah, that's what I was hearing.
That's going to switch the whole dynamic, like a Daniel Bryan, like what he did with Bray Wyatt. I don't know. But, I mean, who knows? But, obviously, there was another match that happened. But first, we are going to play this slide first because my daughter, my wife, all wore the shirt because it is his last time is now. The tour of John Cena's farewell started in Toronto. He's in the Elimination Chamber. The way he got into the chamber is he was on a press conference at the Royal Rumble and said, hey, I never demand things. I've always done it the right way. I've always done what's best for business, and what's best for business is for me to win 17. I am entering into the Elimination Chamber. I don't care who's in it. They got a month or whatever time to bash me and talk about me. But when we get in Toronto, I'm winning this. So after that, we had qualifying matches, and you had to have these guys get involved. You had to have them qualify to win. You even had CM Punk qualify to win. You had to have Drew McIntyre qualify to win. And of course, if you had CM Punk in the Elimination Chamber, you're not going to have this guy. You had to put Seth Rollins in the Elimination Chamber. And the only one that had no chance to win but made a great point and made a great showing is Logan Paul. But in my opinion, the only one that really had no storyline build or had no meaning to be in the Elimination Chamber, a lot of people didn't like what I said, was Damian Priest. I felt like he just didn't fit with that group. But that's what we got. Obviously, we knew Logan Paul wasn't winning. We knew Logan Paul was going to do some crazy stuff. Obviously, Seth Rollins and CM Punk. I said it numerous times. When the word C, you don't even have to say M Punk. Seth is already reacting to that word. And obviously, we got what we got with him. I closely picked Drew to win this match. For some reason, I felt like Drew was going to win the whole dynamic just because of how he was showcasing and stuff like that. And obviously, if it was the normal Cena that we're looking at, Cena always struggles. That's why Cena has always been that popular guy for the longest time, because he's been that underdog spirit. Even though the dude looks like a damn superhero, physique wise, look wise, and everything, they always presented him like an underdog in these matches. So I thought the way that we do John Cena, obviously he loses the Elimination Chamber, and that's when I thought he would switch and start turning to the dark side. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we didn't get that. We got John Cena. We got a nostalgia moment with CM Punk. Obviously, Cena saying, "Hey, I miss you," blowing the fingers, getting ready. Punk coming in, "I miss you too." Cena holds his hand out. Punk hugs CM Punk. And of course, I said it before, if you say the letter C, you're going to get Seth. And of course, Seth Rollins goes in and attacks CM Punk simultaneously, beating on CM Punk. Literally, then Seth goes to see Cena and tells him, "Hey, stay out of my way. This doesn't concern you." Cena said, "Nope," coming at him. So they go back and forth. I mean, it was just crazy. Star-studded Elimination Chamber. I will say that. Like, I haven't seen an Elimination Chamber built that big in a long time. Logan Paul is just a hidden gem that literally is a treasure to so many. Logan Paul coming out with the American flag and getting booed out of the venue. I mean, wow. I mean, wow. Dre, what was your thoughts on the men's Elimination Chamber match?
Yo.
Yeah.
I'm back. My bad. Gotta go get Lil man. He don't want to listen and shit. But yeah, what was your question?
I said, what were your thoughts on the men's Elimination Chamber match? From the beginning to what it ended.
Yeah, you did say you didn't think Damian Priest should have been in the match. I thought, man, the best thing for Damian Priest, him coming over to SmackDown, him, getting away from the Judgment Day, getting away from Rhea Ripley, all of that, and his confrontation that he had with Jacob Fatu was amazing. So I think he on a cool roll. Yeah, but I think he was sort of out of place. I think he was like, a little weird. But hey, so was Logan Paul in a way. But hey, I digress. It was a dope chamber matchup from top to bottom and everything. Everybody in it. John Cena. You did mention John Cena on the press conference. We didn't even put all these stuff together. How John Cena just played us all together, man.
I said it, man. He gave that dark side look, man. Like, when has Cena ever demanded, "Hey, I'm putting myself into this.
I deserve to be in it. I'm gonna be in it. I don't have to qualify for anything. No questions asked."
Well, bro. Yeah, I know you love Damian. We know you love Damian. We know.
What he said? Stop
hating on Priest. He deserves the spot.
Yeah, he do. He do, man. Like, and I like what he doing.
With all those other guys, they had a storyline attached to them going into this chamber. If you had CM Punk, you had Seth Rollins attached to it. If you had Drew, you had CM Punk and Seth Rollins attached to it. The only one that was like that big one, and it kind of did play that role, is John Cena, because John Cena didn't qualify. John Cena demanded it off of the Rumble. Cena was the first person announced into the Elimination Chamber. So I knew something was happening to that dynamic. But like I said,
I
I felt
just
like
thought it was
Cena was
just.
going to lose the chamber because then that gives you that reason why he's going to start getting into that doubts like, damn it,
I
I
just.
won in
I
17. This was my
yeah.
ticket. This was my chance.
I
Now
just
I
thought
got to
maybe.
force myself into this.
Yeah, I just thought maybe just because obviously it was his last elimination chamber, so it's like okay, well and I think that was the trick bait, like okay, yeah, he's John Cena, he deserves, he don't need to qualify, maybe, who knows, and then like he get in, and the fact that how he won it too was really telling as well,
Yep, I told
he
you. Yep.
capitalized on Seth Rollins curve stomping the CM Punk, and he
And
was like,
then made
well.
CM Punk fall asleep. That was the part
Only
right there.
his face was like, well, shit, and choked his ass out, and then that was just it, and he won the match. And I was just like,
I
okay, I
agree.
mean, that was my pick to win it though, but didn't think he was gonna sort of win it like that.
I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah,
Big storyline twist, aka Priest. I get that.
yeah, I remember
But
when Damian Priest was whip your ass Martinez, man. What was his name? What was his name? I forgot. Martinez Rodriguez, some shit like that when he was in
I
Ring of Honor.
forgot. Yeah, I
But
know that.
yeah, Priest
But
definitely earns it.
but
And of
Punk.
course, the shocker of the night.
No. Hold on. But with Punk right now, obviously CM Punk's main goal has been I need to get to the main event of WrestleMania. I need to do that and see it crumble again. And in Toronto was like watching the Montreal screw job all over again because
Really?
Toronto was cheering Punk like they do with Bret Hart. No, if you saw it, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, go back and watch
Yeah,
it
but
because
yeah,
that was
I
their Bret Hart. CM
uh,
Punk getting screwed in Toronto. You saw them boo Seth completely out of the building when Seth hit CM Punk with that curb stomp.
I mean, Seth said it though on Friday. Look at over my
I'm
dead
not letting
body,
you
dog.
win.
Like I'm not
You
letting you
will
win
not win.
anything. However, which I believe night one WrestleMania main event is still going to be CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. I feel like
I don't think
he
that's
could
the
still.
main.
You don't think that's night
I
one
don't
main
think
event?
that's the main
You,
because of what just happened that has been trending on Sports Center. Bro, they
okay,
spent
what
an
just happened?
hour segment. They spent an hour segment of Club Shay Shay, Shannon Sharp, Stephen A, all the guys on First Take giving their opinions about what went down. Hold on. If you remember the Shield on Cena over 10 years ago when he was facing against Punk. Yeah, that's true. And that was Punk's group at first, too. So, yes.
Oh yeah, but
But
what happened?
we got this. We got this.
Oh,
We
okay.
got,
The Punk promo, the Punk
we
promo. Okay.
got, the thing was, everybody was wishy washy at first. They were upset, going, this Rock, I want your soul. Don't bring Maui into pro wrestling
I
type
know.
scenario. I thought even from the beginning, I
Mm.
defended it numerous times. I said, just sit back, buckle your seatbelt, and just go on for the ride. Content creators are bashing this. They're trying to say, what are they doing? Why is Rock being nice to Cody? It all made sense. Even after the WrestleMania, what they did, what happened, what Cody got put in his hand by The Rock, and you saw the watch that he posted on his social media for him to come back that SmackDown and him tell you, I'm about to mess somebody's life up. Said, Cody, I want your soul. They left it a space by it. They sat there and let it milk in, and you were wondering what's that person, what's going to happen. And then they said, hey, the choice is Cody's. I thought it was cool what they did on the SmackDown before Elimination Chamber, where Rock brought out a big customized red truck Cody's Georgia boy. So red and black is his colors. A custom logo on it. Gave Cody a great locker room. All that different things. All it was this. Cody, say yes. That's all they wanted. Cody, say yes, and you get it all. You get moved. You get it all. You don't have to fight no more, Cody. I will give you everything and all power. Well, that didn't happen. Dre, do you want to say what Cody said?
Hey, Rock, go blink yourself.
Come on, man.
Go F yourself.
Let's go.
Yeah, man. I couldn't believe it that they didn't block it out when he told Rock go fuck himself.
Say that.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you got John Cena in the side. He's celebrating like, oh man, you got balls left and right. Well, I just played this clip, but I'll show you again. We saw John Cena hug Cody Rhodes, and you get that.
Yeah, I want to say something real fast before we get in there, because I can't wait to definitely get into that real fast, though. Although what we saw on Monday Night Raw, I think that's for the future. I think CM Punk, planted some seeds in the future.
Oh, yeah.
Also letting everybody know, look here, Rocky, we ain't done. Yeah, you came and you took my title in 2013 and beat me at the Rumble and had the match restarted, and which I always thought Punk should have won at the Rumble and then Rock should have won in the Elimination Chamber. But I digress. And then, Punk and John, they got a history. So I think that was seeds planted for the future. Then you still got the reason CM Punk didn't win wasn't because John Cena. It was because of Seth Rollins, though. So I feel like, and he just put that out there. All right, Rock, look at you bald fraud, which I was cracking up laughing. He was going on, especially when he was patting his arm like, yeah, you want to fake it like you got goosebumps, like you care for this business. I was like, dog, he going on, my man. But, that was Punk planting seeds for the future between himself and The Rock and John Cena. I still believe that they are going to go with the triple threat matchup between Roman, Seth, and Punk, because Seth and Punk is going to have the match. I believe they're going to have a matchup next week in Madison Square Garden. Steel cage is going to be crazy. And I feel like Roman Reigns can come back, because Roman Reigns still got a vendetta because, damn, I can't get my championship. I'm not in the main event. And why is that? Well, Punk eliminated me from the Rumble, and not only that, Seth Rollins curb stomped my head in twice on the steel steps. So I got to get them. So that's payback. So eventually, I think Punk is going to wind up main eventing WrestleMania. I don't think it's going to be Jay and Gunther, which I feel like everything else is cooking right now besides Jay and Gunther. I think they got to speed up the ball a little bit, which I don't think so.
Good. I think they're doing good with that right now. They're making it seem like Jay is not going to.
Yeah. That's the route I want them to go in, like
that's
they did.
Route, yes.
I want that route.
Like how they did with Kofi, like when they did with Daniel Bryan.
I want everybody to. I want everybody to doubt Jey Uso. Everybody, all the wrestlers on the card. Dog, you can't do it. You can't do it, man. Like, I want that. I don't want to see Gunther coming out there every week beating up Otis and Akira Tozawa. It was entertaining. Yeah, it was nice. But Gunther, he's the champion. He's the guy. Like, he don't need to be going out there proving anything. If anybody should be proving something, should be Jey Uso, in my opinion. But all right, back from just that. Back to this. Okay, why Cena?
Everywhere.
Why?
Everywhere.
Boy, man, my reaction was insane, man. Just after he told Cody,
I will say this. I just love how everyone said, man, Cena in this Elimination Chamber why is he in it? Like, okay, we get he's gonna win, but like, who cares? Who cares? This is why you care. This is why wrestling. There's a difference between showcase and then pro wrestling. Because right here, this little bit right here, you have not seen in over 23 years.
Yeah,
23 years.
He was obviously, people was like, man, why is he in it? I mean, we know why he's in it though. But man, when He's just well, a lot of things was telling me something. I was
I
like,
will say
okay,
this. I
are they
liked
gonna
how
hold
it
on, bro?
was 50
I,
50 on both. It was Cody and Cena. Who's turning?
Yeah, I was like, okay, are they going to take a commercial break after the Elimination Chamber match and then come back? But no, everything just
No.
went into one. So Cody came out, so I was like, okay, Cena's still in the ring. He gonna be in the ring. Rock came out, so I'm like, okay, Cena's still in the ring. Something is gonna happen because Cena is still in the ring, though.
Yep.
And I know a
Yep.
lot of people were probably upset about Travis Scott. And look at this is three. I wanna if you could take John Cena picture off real fast, and I want everybody to peep me out real fast with Travis Scott though. Travis Scott, which I love the video that WWE posted yesterday of him, being a fan in the ring. I got solo right. But what I think they're gonna do with Travis Scott is ever since Triple H sort of been, like I guess big buddies with Travis Scott, which I feel as though what they're gonna do with Travis is going to introduce the Hardcore Championship. Now, I believe how they're gonna do that is at WrestleMania, and you know what Triple H was just saying to him, he was like, "Yeah, man, how that shit feel?" And he said one thing. He was like, "Yeah, wait till you get in there." So I feel as though him, talking about how he gonna build a ring in his house and all that, and how he's loving it, from coming down with Jey Uso and The Rock and all that other stuff. Though I feel like Travis Scott is going to have a hardcore matchup at WrestleMania, and this is how the Hardcore Championship is going to come back into play in WWE. Obviously, them using Travis Scott as obviously a big publicity. Every time you see him, he got the Hardcore Championship belt around him. So that's one thing I wanted to say because I keep seeing them, and then certain videos just added up. And then The Rock after the press conference, he was like, "So is there a reason why Travis Scott is with everything playing is playing together?" So that's what I believe is going to happen, though. Travis Scott obviously slapping Cody Rhodes in the middle of the ring. He, getting juiced up from being in it, all that adrenaline. So I think what they're going to do is he got the hardcore champion. Somebody is going to confront Travis Scott, and he going to put that title on the line. And how hardcore championships, anything goes. So I just wanted to say that. I feel like that's what they're using him for, though, because it was like this guy was at the Raw Netflix zone. He was at Elimination Chamber. He was at another Raw. So I'm like, they really on Travis Scott, though. Like, so that's what I feel like they're using him for. He's going to introduce that hardcore championship back. But other than that, John Cena hugging Cody Rhodes and the look that I thought I'd never ever see in my life, but I just felt like it was coming. It was coming. It was coming because I was like, okay, so what was my big question is, I figured Cody Rhodes was going to say no, but what's going to happen when Cody Rhodes says no? And man, I don't think anybody thought it would have been John Cena. Who wants to sell his soul.
I literally said it because the only way I said that this was going to turn was Cena loses at Elimination Chamber.
And everybody thought it was going to be CM Punk.
He has to have himself into this picture. How is he going to get into it? He's everybody thought to The Rock. He'll get The Rock to do it. The reason why I thought Drew could also have won this chamber is because there has been showing stuff. Obviously, it's been reality of what they've been doing. Drew and Rock have been close. But also, that could have been a playing with that. The thing that I loved about the Elimination Chamber as a whole, everyone had a role that could involve The Rock in it. Seth has been speaking high of The Rock on podcasts lately. You've gotten him at the Moana 2 premiere. There was different things that they had different roles for. The only one that didn't make sense that could have groundbreak and changed everything is Logan Paul, because everyone knows in reality Logan Paul and The Rock do not talk. Because of what happened in the past in Japan.
Yeah, I like how they. I like how they played it with CM Punk. Because CM Punk keep talking about, what, I could be a heel. I could sell my soul. So everybody thought it was going to be CM Punk because of that, though. But
because he's that edgy guy. Because you're looking at it as like, oh, we need to get that momentum kept up for Cody. And I literally
Yeah.
said it on our OTTR
Okay.
group chat or whatever. I said the way Cena won, heel Cena is coming soon.
Okay. I got a question
Everyone
for you.
told me, no, that's not going to happen.
Okay.
There's
I
no
got a
way that's
question.
making sense.
All right, I got a question for you though. Actually, two questions though.
Go
But the
ahead.
main big question though, for everybody who's watching, and for you also, Warren though, do you feel as though John Cena turning as a bad guy for the first time since what 2003? Do you feel like this is the biggest moment, and a biggest moment than the Hulk Hogan turning heel and joining NWO?
I say yes because, bro, it's everywhere. Everywhere. You had
Not only,
Sports
not
Center
only,
for an
not
hour talking
yeah,
about this
yeah.
segment,
Not
about
only,
pro
yeah,
wrestling.
the daily. I was just watching a clip, and I
TMZ
can't think of the guy.
everywhere.
He was talking about it too. But
Everywhere.
real fast, the Hulk Hogan one, it was shocked by it wasn't a whole lot of story behind it besides the guys were leaving WWE to join. I mean, yeah, leaving WWE to join WCW, and who's going to be the outsiders. Now, the story with John Cena is that the fact that The Rock proposed a theory to Cody Rhodes to sell his soul, become my champion on SmackDown, like you said, the car, the wine, the food, everything was beautiful laid out. And
Got
for
him out of the
one guy,
match.
and for a guy who used to diss him back in the days and say, "Oh, you can't come home, you can't come to your shows, you can't come back and support. Oh, you want to leave and go to Hollywood?" That guy right there, that guy, Mr. Hustle, loyalty, and respect, the guy that got more make a wishes than anybody ever you think of, man,
He
and your
even made
mama.
wishes
That guy,
before this. He
that
even
guy,
made wishes before this.
yes, yes, yeah, I seen that. Yeah, earlier I was like, wow, that's crazy. And yeah, that guy right there is going to turn heel and join forces with The Rock, and he's going to be the one who will sell his soul. I believe that right there is the single most biggest heel turn and greatest moment in
That's pro
history
wrestling.
because,
This
yes,
is why
we
Cena
all,
is one of the
we,
greatest of all times. When you
and
see
then a lot of
something
people,
like this,
and then a lot of people ask like, okay, well, you know, like, so what does John Cena have the benefit from selling his soul to The Rock when John Cena has everything? Like, he's the greatest of all time. John Cena's in movies. He's all of this, Peacemaker and all of this. So what is John Cena going to have the benefit of this? So I think it was
everything.
planned so well because, like I mentioned, how John Cena used to diss The Rock, how he used to play him, and man, and look, I was on John's side at that time. I'm like, yeah, John, like,
I
get him
mean, the
back. Yeah,
craziest
hell
thing is
yeah.
when you look at it, is Cena helped Cody win the title at WrestleMania.
Man, a lot of people
Cena
helped Cody
helped.
Rhodes win that title.
Well, what I'm saying is, Cena helped Cody. Like,
Yeah,
there was a
he was on the
big
side.
build to that, and I
Yeah.
loved what they did with this because this one it hurts Cody more because, like Cody has said in the past, when Cody was in the run of wrestling when he first got into WWE, the big guy was John Cena. John Cena was on everything, everything. So Cody said it at best. John was everything to him. Like, if
Mm-hmm.
anybody that played in LeBron's era, they're going to think LeBron was the best of all time. If anybody played in Jordan's era or whatever, everybody's going to say, oh, man, there was never nobody like Mike. When you
And then
see
if
that,
you go look at the Chris Van Lee interview,
yeah, when I said it numerous times, I even said it in the group chat. I said, when Cena has always not said anything about the heel turn, he made a joke about it, whatever. But when he finally dived in and told you that it was supposed to happen the first time at Rock versus Cena 1, I knew we were getting something because he said I had new music, I had new gear. And then when he said, "What is there a time that we could see a heel Rock and heel Cena?" And he said, "Of you have to, you
mm-hmm,
have to." Nobody thought of anything of it. And then when you
mm-hmm.
see it happen, and Chris Van Vliet posts that same clip, he said it
No
all
bull.
makes sense now. This
Mm-hmm.
basic pay-per-view show, which might I add, the talent, the matches, all of it was great. It was a great show before we even got what happened at the end. Like, it was a great show. But to see that happen, Everything else, it kind of shunned on it, but it needed it because you got something that is revolutionized. Because we
Mm-hmm.
used last year's WrestleMania, we got a WrestleMania pre-show build. We got the slap that hurt around the world.
Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff.
We
Yeah.
got The Rock to turn heel, not even on a show, on a pre-show. On a pre-show, you got the biggest baby face, the biggest man in the world today. Turn bad
Yeah.
guy because you didn't want him in the picture. So you go and put Cena on the Elimination Chamber. Everybody's like, oh man, yeah, Cena's gonna do his thing. Cool, good for John. Da 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 da. Like John's getting overshadowed by Punk and all this. Cena just brought himself back in one quick switch. And I'm so ready to see what's going to happen. I'm going to give my observation right now. I don't see Cena winning 17 at WrestleMania. I feel like that is just a big build to draw in to see what they're going to do with that. But we're going to get a heel run Cena for the last one. I mean, I don't know what else to say on that.
Oh, well. I mean,
My daughter's
after
devastated.
all of
I
that,
will say that.
I would say him at WrestleMania now after this. I mean,
You're going to get a finish like how we did with Roman and Cody. There's going to be a lot of people involved in it. It's going to be a lot of things. It's going to be the talent versus Hollywood, if that makes sense.
the only other person that for real, I would like to come see
You're going
say
to get
Cody
Triple H and
Rhodes.
Rock involved.
It's only one person. We seen everybody last year. We seen Usos come out. We seen Solo be a part of that. We seen The Undertaker. Wow. John Cena might have had. This year, it's only one person. It's only one person that needs to come out, and that would be it. It's Stone Cold. It's literally Stone Cold. Cody
I
Rhodes
like how you
trying
said
to
that. I
find.
agree to you, but he just did have a knee replacement.
Hey, look at he ain't gotta wrestle. He can come. All he gotta do is just walk down the fucking aisle, or drive his little four wheeler
If he's
and give a.
healthy,
If he's
I'm all
healthy,
for
hey,
it.
if he
If
healthy,
he's
but
healthy, I'm all
it,
for it.
it makes sense though for it just to be him and the Rock and Austin face to face for the first time, and like that would be mind blowing because now it's like Cody is roll. He's down one. You got Rock and John Cena now. They align themselves. I'm not saying that The Rock and John Cena are going to be at every show together. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure.
It makes sense now. It makes
Yeah, it does
sense.
make sense. So I don't know about John Cena not okay. Then if he loses, like how does this go with John Cena? Like if he loses, what's the relationship
Hey,
with The
like I
Rock and
said,
John?
take that
Is The
seatbelt
Rock
and
gonna be
go on
mad
for
at
the ride,
John if he
man.
loses? Like
We might get a
because in
Rock and
my
Cena
opinion,
one more time. We
which
might get it.
I heard that,
I'm
but
all
in
for
my
it.
opinion, I was all for John not winning at WrestleMania. Him winning down the line, somewhere down the line this year,
I say his
because
last match.
his last match.
Why not? His last match, he wins it
No,
and
I don't
goes
want it
off
to
in the
be that.
sunset type scenario.
His last match, then I'm pretty sure what next year's Royal Rumble is more than likely going to be for the WWE Championship. Instead of creating a
Yeah.
tournament for who's going to be your next champion, just put the title on the line in the
In
Royal
the
Rumble.
Rumble.
Whoever
Yep.
wins is the new champion. That's the only way I can see that if that be his last match. I would like
It'll be
for
the
it to.
World Heavyweight title. I don't think it's going to be the WWE title. For some reason, I just don't feel like it's going to be. In a way,
Well,
like what
yeah,
can you
yeah,
do to
yeah.
get that title built? You put it into the Rumble. You put it into the Rumble and get that build into it. I mean, there's so many different things that you can predict on this. So many different observations we could look at it, but the end of the
But
time,
then
man,
if you do that, then that means that okay, all
I
right, let's
just
say
feel
that's
like
for the World
we're
Heavyweight
getting a
Championship.
huge build going into Survivor Series because I feel like it's going to be Team Rock versus Team Triple H, and I am all for it. I feel like the authority figure is going to be a major factor that The Rock is just going to play more into. I'm your boss. I don't know if you saw breaking news. They're talking about jokes, talking about Rock's kicking Triple H out of the office and stuff like that. If they're really going to dive into this, I'm all for it. I think it's going to be an interesting one. WrestleMania just got kicked up to 1,000 higher than what it is. I guarantee people are paying that $27,000 now, getting into them seats.
Last thing I'm gonna say about it, man. Like I said, one of the greatest moments of all time of John Cena aligning himself with The Rock. I never thought it. My reaction was just, oh my fucking gosh, man!
Our reality right now. This is our reality.
Cena beating down Cody, making him bleed, everything. So it was very, very telling, man.
And
so I'm all for it.
Cody and like that.
We always wanted to see John Cena as a heel, and it has come back. And I was just talking to a guy too the other day, and I was like, "Why not John Cena, man? This is his last junk. Let him do whatever he want to do. Why do we got to come out here looking like Fruity Pebbles each and every week with a new shirt on?"
I think this was really
and a lot of shit. A lot of shit that's now happening in WWE, man. Like I love, man. Look at Vince McMahon. You is the homie. You is the guy. Man, I'm telling you, a lot of us probably wouldn't be wrestling fans if it wasn't for you. But damn it, I gotta put my hat off, which I ain't got a hat on right now. Need a haircut. Triple H, bro, like Triple H is killing it, and I'm loving everything he's doing. Because a lot of stuff we wouldn't have got if it was Vince McMahon. You know, the whole TNA and NXT thing they got going on. Next week is going to be vicious, man. Like Raw on Netflix is incredible. You know, the SmackDown, I think, you know, like it's cool. It's 3 hours. I get it, you know, but yeah. And then you got the Evolve joint that comes on tonight on Tubi, you know, at 8 o'clock. Like, looking forward to that. LFG, the LFG show is amazing. I'm loving that too. Oh man, like that is amazing.
Thank you, Cena, and Cody Rhodes deserved it because he rejected the Rock.
You know, bullshit. You don't reject the final boss. The final boss is going to whoop your candy ass, man.
Story, like I said, man, do not break my heart ever again.
Don't break my heart, man.
He did it again.
You did it again. You did it again. He fucking around. He gonna keep doing
it. He took the Rock of Tafiti and just ran off with it. And now we got John Cena as the bad guy.
You could have been in 1 or 3. You could have been in another a nice action-packed movie or whatever like that.
You could have been in Fast and Furious. You could have been in the final one.
You could have been in Red Notice too. You know, like all that, man. But nah. Look at the car I got you. You feel me? I'm a big truck guy.
DC character.
But you know what? You know what they need to do in this scenario? Oh my goodness, I don't know when they need to do it, but they need to do it soon.
We got the Marvel cinema last year.
R-Truth.
DC.
We R-Truth, man. R-Truth. We need to get an update on R-Truth on Monday Night Raw or whenever. Nah, he on SmackDown. But yeah, okay, this Friday on SmackDown or something though. I subscribe, yo. Yeah. Like R-Truth, man. He that's his childhood hero. We gotta see that. So whenever John
we don't need to jump to conclusions.
Whenever John comes back, we gotta get R-Truth out there, man. He gotta be front row crying with tissue and everything. Like, man,
what did they do that on the Monday Night Raw that he's supposed to be back March 17th?
Yeah, I believe they are. They should.
Cena comes out there and Truth goes out there to high five him and hug him and stuff like that.
Nah, Truth should be in the audience.
Obliterates him. And Cena obliterates him.
He should be in the audience. He should be in the audience, man. And already they pan over to him and the crowd starts cracking up laughing. And John Cena.
Turn. And I think that could even just show, hey, man.
Yeah, but Truth eventually going to get in the ring. He going to get in the ring. He going to eventually get in the ring because why? He's a fan. John Cena loves his fans, right? He's the most make-a-wish guy, although that he's a heel now. But yeah, he going to allow Truth to get in this ring, man. He's going to like, what's wrong with you?
On his social media? You remember the video? You remember the picture you remember where he showed the pictures always saying never give up? He posted one that says give up.
Yeah. What if he come out there and just say, give up?
No, they're diving into this.
That's crazy.
I mean, it makes sense, though. They have their sponsors now. It's not like they're going to lose anything.
Yeah, and I heard also, too, which played a factor in this, they got Cody Rhodes and they got Jey Uso, and I think that's what helps.
Yep.
Because
that just tells you
that helps.
Storyline that Cody is really
because if you didn't have you didn't have Jey Uso, what he's doing, and you didn't have Cody, I don't think they
You
would have
would
turned
not
John
be
Hill.
turning Cena right now. You
Yeah,
would not be
but
doing that.
what's funny is like how you mentioned, dog. He just did a Make a Wish right before the show, bro. Right before the show,
3 before he went
three
out to
make a
the ring.
bro. How you had him, man? At the end of that show, everybody was it was an awkward silence. It was an awkward,
That was in
quietness among the.
Toronto.
Yeah,
Toronto, you
hey yo,
silenced Toronto.
Canada, y'all can suck one for real. Y'all gonna boo the national anthem though.
I'm not.
That was crazy as shit though, bruh. And then last night on NXT, Chelsea Green, she's wrestling, and the fans in the what you call 'em, they start singing the national anthem, and I was like, why is they singing the national anthem? And I'm like, oh shit, that's right, Chelsea's from Canada. That's kind of like but that was some bullshit though. They a boo. I'm like,
U.S. champion. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man. John Cena turning heel, man. What a time to be alive. We got CM Punk in the WWE. Randy Orton still here. Triple H is running the game.
That's the craziest thing.
Rock
we got a babyface Randy Orton. We have a heel John Cena. Let it happen. Let it happen.
Last question before we go. Okay, like I just said, real fast though, we got The Rock right now. Final boss. He's on the board of TKO. Triple H is running the company. John Cena is a heel. Randy Orton is back right now as a baby face. You got Seth Rollins. You got Gunther. You got Jey Uso doing his thing. He's eating all over the place. The women division is cranking it. Do you feel like this is going to go down after some time? This is going to go down as one of the best periods in wrestling?
I've already said it. I think we're almost getting to that Attitude Era build. Everyone is delivering. I think so. Everyone is delivering.
No, the Attitude Era
is showing in sales.
Yeah, you're right.
Everywhere.
The Attitude Era, man, that was crash TV. Now, the Attitude, now you have to mature. You got to be mature enough now as an adult to realize the Attitude Era was just crash TV. It was just Jerry Springer on steroids, kind of like what wrestling was in it.
You also think too, we didn't know the behind the scenes of the Attitude Era, so everything
we didn't. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to be mature enough now to actually look back 20-something years ago now and be like,
you're watching this as a wiser perspective, and you look and go,
exactly.
But I'm still invested.
But being in that moment, oh hell yeah! But being in that moment, oh, you didn't know with the Godfather and all them. Oh, let's see puppies. You love that shit. But looking back at it now, dog. Nothing but STE, the women were really exploited. There really wasn't like, given much opportunities. And everybody who was even getting thrown off something, getting blown up or crashed up in the cars or something. Yeah. And now it's more about the athleticism and the stories they actually tell in the ring with the superstars. Yeah. And I gotta say that we're gonna look back 10, 15 years and we're gonna be like, yo, man, that time from like 2020 to 2020, That was the moment. I'm telling you. So yeah, that's the last thing I want to say. I feel like
Zach said, "I hope they bring back the Doctor of Thugonomics." You think they're bringing the Doctor of Thugonomics? Or are we getting a whole different John Cena?
I hope we get a whole different one. I don't want to get the Doctor of Thugonomics though. We're gonna get a glimpse of because John did say if that'd be crazy. But I did hear John say he did want to go back to doing some Thugonomics type of ordeal, which the Doctor of Thugonomics was like a heel. Yeah, Hollywood Cena would be crazy, bro. But I hope we get a different Thugonomics. I don't want to see the jorts. I don't want to see the colorful shirts. I want to see something totally different.
Like a mafia look. I feel like
that'll be fucking sweet.
I feel like Cena's gonna dress to the 9.
And it's the song. I don't know if you heard the song. It's called Hustle, Loyalty, Respect, a Legend. Yeah. We never. It's like a rap song, John. I think he was gonna use that song when he turned heel, and that was a song he did in the studio, and they showed on his DVD at one point. But hey, I hope he get a whole new shit, man. So yeah, that'll be lit. Real lit.
All right, man. It's time to get the victory lap, man. Dre. Floor is
Yeah,
yours,
man.
brother.
This definitely been lit, man. For episode of Commission Talk, man. We took last week off, man. Back at it. I think it was
We needed
uh
it because we
yeah,
charged
I
up
think
today.
yeah, exactly. I was just about to say that, and then after what happened this past week, man, it was incredible. I'm loving it, man. Like the road to WrestleMania is definitely on a bumpy road right now. Yeah, man, the wrestling content is definitely doing well. The podcast show will be back real soon with some more interviews. Beyond 11:30, episode 405, I believe, this Thursday tomorrow night. So we doing the damn thing, man. We chilling, man. So we keeping it doing here on the 11:30 podcast. If you think about it, Bray Wyatt. Yeah, I saw that promo too earlier today, and I was like, yeah, he warned us. Yeah, man.
Mhm.
So,
I
ooh,
like how they did the dynamic with the NWO thing, and then they switched
mm-hmm.
off of that. So I do agree with you that. But yes, man, guys, we are back. It was a great episode today. We had a lot to cover. Like I said, man, we saw Sports Center spend an hour talking about John Cena turning on Cody Rhodes, Rock in the ring. Because I mean, every time you see the Rock on a TV screen, you're going, "Hey, man, when you getting in the ring? What's going on?"
You know
I
what?
feel like we're still gonna get him in the
Every
ring.
everybody
I feel like
kids.
he is wrestling at WrestleMania. It just
Yeah,
doesn't want to say it yet. I feel like
man.
that's going to be a cap.
You know another
Honestly, this
thing?
is what I think, real quick, before we do go, Dre. I think Rock is going to be involved with Cena's match, and it's going to be like a gauntlet that Cody has to beat, and it's going to be a bigger
Wow.
tier each time.
That'd be
It might,
crazy though.
it
But
might.
you know one thing, man, like you just said, I heard about it, but I didn't actually see it. You said they were talking about the John Cena turning heel for a whole hour on Sports Center. Man, everybody want to fake like they don't like wrestling, man, but in actuality,
You
everybody
had
kids,
Shannon Sharp talk about, hey, I
every,
want to join Cody Rhodes and beat
every
Rock and Cena at
look,
WrestleMania.
everybody kids watch wrestling. If you don't watch it, your kids watch it. So they know of John Cena. You know of John Cena. You know of him. Maybe if you don't watch it, but you know of John Cena. But yeah, bro, I'm telling you, that went viral in a lot of places I didn't think it would have. But yeah, man, John Cena here, 2025.
Yeah, man.
And Triple H said it, man.
Guys,
You ain't seen nothing yet. And I'm just like,
you
okay,
ain't seen
Triple
it.
H, all right, we ain't seen nothing yet. All right, well, let's see. And boy, okay.
I bet Vince was hitting his screen knowing that Cena's
He
that
was
guy
mad. Oh boy, he was super mad. He like, oh man, you turned my. Yeah. You know what? I don't know if he was more mad when Hogan turned heel than
Oh no,
John
I
Cena
think
turned heel.
Cena is more emotional
Yeah,
for Cena because Vince. I mean, we get it. Vince created Hogan, but Vince literally created John Cena, and everything that he did was Cena. So, I mean, that one I feel like it had to mean a lot more to him. But guys, like we said, man, this has been another great episode of Commission Talks, guys. If you are new to the channel, like our good buddy Zach over here, shout out to you subscribing to our channel. We greatly appreciate it.
Zach.
Guys, make sure you like, share,
Share.
and most importantly, subscribe.
Subscribe.
Hit that notification bell to stay in contact with all our platforms just to find out, and you will be informed and
Yeet.
entertained when all new content comes out.
Yeet.
Guys, this has been another episode of Buzzing with Marlowe. I want
Yeet.
to apologize. We probably will have another episode, I'd say next week. This is going to be our week episode this go around.
Yeet.
We're going to have an episode of Buzzing with Gaming coming back up. We
Yeet.
have a lot of stuff coming up. I'm going to be busy this weekend, obviously,
Yeet.
going in there, lacing them up again, playing with this guy again. But,
Yeet.
guys, this has been another great episode. We will see y'all next Wednesday on Dre On Wheels podcast. And, ladies and gentlemen, watch what you like, enjoy what you want, but WWE is cooking. I dare you to tell me different. Guys,
Yeet.
we love y'all, and we'll see y'all next week. Later.
Yeet.